Ooh, I forgot to do something. Done. All right. Welcome, everybody, to another edition of Sports Church right here on VRR, Veteran Revolt Radio. I'm your host, John Kerman, a.k.a. Mini. I'm a United States Marine Corps veteran. 2311 was my MOS. Ayoyes. I'm also a card-carrying member of the E4 Mafia, allegedly, and a founding member of the Veteran Revolt Network. We got a lot to unpack and little to do it. Lots of sports going on this week. Of course, we have the NFL draft, so we got Richie and Redneck Pip King over from Woe Entertainment to break that down for us, and Kyle too, because they went. I don't know if you can break direct messaging on Facebook, but they fucking tried. Every 30 seconds, ding, 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 ding. And every 3 seconds, ding, 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 ding. I had to turn my sound off on my phone, and I'm about to turn the notifications off because I'm trying to watch baseball on my phone because my kid is obsessed with Power Rangers right now, which is. But ding, 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 ding. So those boys were very excited, and I'm sure they're going to tell us all about it. If you caught the bar last night, I'm sorry. It was a fucking shit show. Kyle, a.k.a. Double Dog, decided to challenge moi in darts, and still being half the player I was before my shoulder surgery. Did go well for old Devil Dog. And so we ended up doing lots of shots, and yeah, it was bad. Okay, it was bad. Very bad. But yeah, we're going to talk some MLB baseball. Doc's going to talk some hockey as well as pro basketball for some reason. I have no idea why. Pop should be here at any point tonight, hopefully to cover some auto racing for us. Brother Bishop Pook Dawg is back in the States from the Philippines and said he was going to be here. I don't see the boy yet, but we'll see. Maybe I'll call him and put him on speaker, and so we can all give him some shit. But thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. Let's get this going. My first co-host is my co-host on the bar. He's also co-host with Richie, which you catch Richie's show every Wednesday right here, at 1900 Eastern Standard Time. But he's my co-host on the bar. He's a United States Naval veteran, Fleet Marine Force Corpsman. And yeah. He's got a real shiny dome, man. But other than that, he's one of my best friends. I love him to death. We had a lot of fun this weekend, although we don't remember a lot of it. Please welcome to the bar. To Sports Church. Devil Dog.
I don't remember very much at all. I just remember my wife picking us up and taking us home. That's all I remember.
It was bad. Oh, man. Tom. Hey, what's up, Tom? Yanks are cursed and seeking ways to break it from Red Sox and Cubs fans. Well, we have experience, but we're not going to help you out because we fucking hate you. Not you, Tom, just the Yankees.
Just the Yankees in general.
Just the Yankees in general. Doc says, Chris Benoit Ball says, your freaking Bruins are losing.
Yeah, 1-0 already.
Jesus. What are they going to go? Seattle Mariners on us? Just like break the single season wins record and then turn around and just eat shit in the playoffs?
That's what happens when you win a presidential cup.
Hey, we got you too, says Tom. Well, we love you, Tom. It's just, your team is.
It's the Yankees. We just can't stand the Yankees. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Like maybe if Steinbrenner wasn't in the equation for so long and wasn't the figure that he was there when I was growing up around there, and maybe I'd have a different feeling about them, but I just couldn't stand that, man. Rangers looked great last night, I guess. I don't watch hockey. I go to hockey games. I love going to hockey games. Cannot watch it on TV. It makes me sick. It literally makes me nauseous. I can't follow puck. It's too much for me, man. I'm a baseball guy. Everybody knows that. All right, without further ado, let's bring on our next co-host. We're short too. Hopefully they'll get here eventually, but if not, it is what it is. I'm still going to get my smoke break. I know that. How do you get there? Gee, I don't know. Maybe click on the link that I put in the chat that everybody else used to get here. Jesus, Pops. Come on now. Come on. It's in the chat. All you got to do is scroll up a little bit. There's a couple memes in there. It's right over there. StreamYard link. Just click on that guy. You're good. You'll get in there. All right. without further ado, he is the host of the Well Radio Show every Tuesday at 1900 Eastern Standard Time with Devil Doc. Tremendous show. You haven't caught it. They're on Facebook. They're on all our stations, VeteranRevoltRadio, The Bar, Sports Church. Need to teach you guys how to do the Rumble thing. It's not very hard. And hopefully we're on Twitter right now too. So if you're a Twitterer, Tweety, go to Twitter and watch us right now, because I'm about to go do that just to see if anybody's chatting. I don't know if that comes through. I know the Rumble chat doesn't come through, and unfortunately, that's where most of our listeners and viewers come from. It is what it is. But anyways, he's the United States Marine Corps veteran, one of my very, very, very good friends. He is a football fanatic, ladies and gentlemen. He knows it up, down, left, right, north, east, south, and west. And boy, he's got a lot to unpack in a short time to do with the NFL draft is starting this Thursday. It concluded today, didn't it?
It concluded yesterday.
Yesterday, Mr. Rolva got drafted. Okay, cool.
Yeah, by the Rams.
By the Rams. All right, without further ado, please welcome Richie Renette King, aka presidential candidate. Woo. What's up, man?
Was Pops on the bar last night?
No.
I just want to know. I didn't know if he was having a hard time. I mean, same thing all the time, Pops. Come on. Same time, same thing all the time. Yeah.
It's right in the chat, Pops. It's right in the chat.
If I can find it.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
This guy's been punched in the head more times than lots of people. How about that? I don't know. I had something and it's gone. It's just gone.
But, that happens. Yeah, I look forward to talking with you all. I got a full page and 2 computer screens full of crap.
Jesus Christ, dude. Just
but the NFL. So
might as well just fucking get her going.
Going
because we got a ton of baseball to unpack and possibly Pookie. I'm gonna call Pookie.
Well, you got 2 memes real quick. Put up my 2 memes.
Oh shit. You got 2?
Yeah.
Did you send them to me directly?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
That's because I like you.
Oh, which one first?
It don't matter.
Okay. Well, I think I got. I think this one's very draft related. Yep.
No, my head's not throbbing right now, Dean.
Take a look right there. Georgia and Alabama produced more draft picks. More top 10. Or excuse me, more first round. That's what I'm trying to say. More first round draft picks right there.
How many picks are in the first round?
There was 31.
31 this year. There would have been 32.
Right.
But Miami did something stupid and had to give up a first round pick.
Well, Miami didn't draft. Rams didn't draft. The 49ers didn't draft. And Denver didn't draft. They lost them all. So these are ones supposed to be the first round. It adds up a little more than that. But you can look here. Alabama and Georgia. And the Philadelphia Eagles got 2 Georgia guys right off the bat in the first round. The Wolverines. And look at TCU. Look at TCU. Huh? Throwing that 8 up in the mirror, huh? What about that TCU school, huh? Yeah, they did good. Next one, please.
Okay. Nope.
That's last week's.
There we go.
Right there. Want to give a big shout out to Kansas City for hosting this. 312 fans over a 3-day period. 121,000 night 1, 84,000 night 2. That's because they had to rest, recuperate, and finish working.
Yes.
and on Saturday, 103,000. And this is stuff for the kids going on. I had son-in-law took my grandkids down there. Pictures galore. I ain't even went through all the pictures with the kids. They were smiling from ear to ear. You couldn't chisel the smile off these kids' face. Okay, this is a great time. So I don't know who's having it next year, but I'm looking forward to it. Big draft nerd. The night 1, and you can remove that one if you want to. Night 1, Kyle and I should have went live. We should have just got together and put a hasty show together real quick, day 1 draft, because, man, we were on this thing, man, and we were just going through there and ding. Now, I give the draft about 8.5 overall. I give it 9 the first day, okay? Just about every team in this year's draft got for need, okay? Yep. And I'm going to go through each team and tell you the rankings of who they think, and this is completely done, by the way, because you never know what these boys are going to do until they snap the ball, okay? But these are all some great pundits. I'll give you my top 6 first, and then I'll give you the 32, and y'all can decide from there. But before I get there again, shout out to Green Bay. Got together with the Jets. Aaron Rodgers, they made that official. Aaron Rodgers finally went to the Jets, and the Jets got some picks, and Green Bay got picks, and worked out for them. Lamar Jackson signed the richest quarterback contract ever in the NFL. I got a problem with that because you know how I feel about him. Okay, I think he's a running back who can happen to throw the ball a little bit. All right, but hey, whatever. They paid him. They got Odell Beckham Jr. Great for them. You know, whatever. All right. My top 6 best draft teams this week. Okay, and I got a tie between for number 6 the Bengals and the Seahawks. The Seahawks drafted a whole team in this little draft right here, and damn it, everything. I mean, these guys went from barely a playoff team to now a legit playoff team. I'll give the Seattle credit; they're awesome. Okay, the Bengals wasn't very far away anyway. Okay, and what did they do? They came out of the gate swinging. So I got them at number 6. Number 5, I got to go with my boys at Kansas City because again, they won the Super Bowl. They didn't have a whole lot of needs, and they came out pass rusher. They ended up with 2 pass rushers on the night, a defensive tackle. They went 5 defense, 2 offense. Okay, so they didn't need much help, and they went after it. And number 4 is the Giants. My number 4 is the Giants having the 4th best draft. They hit defense, they hit offense, they hit anywhere they wanted to hit. It seemed like okay. Number 3, a team we hadn't talked about in a while, Pittsburgh Steelers. I think Kyle, you might agree with this too. Pittsburgh seemed like they were methodical. If you watch these guys, they were surgical, okay, of what they wanted, and they didn't, mess around. They wanted to trade. If they didn't. Number 2, the rich get richer. The Philadelphia Eagles, okay. 2, Georgia Bulldogs in the first round. 2 in the first round. Defense, a linebacker and a defensive end. Like he needed help. The number 1 team that had the best draft, in my opinion, is the Houston Texans. Okay.
Yep.
They did something that hadn't been done in a long time. They got the number 2 pick, got right out, traded immediately back in for the 3rd round pick to pick back to back. Okay. So good for them. It was an NFL record was set, by the way, during the draft. NFL record. Anybody know what the NFL record was?
Trades.
No. The biggest NFL record was 4 wide receivers taken back to back to back.
Yeah, back to back. Yeah.
That never happened. And like Kyle always talk on here, once you draft a player, you get a run on them. People get scared. Here they come. And they did back to back to back to back. It was incredible to watch that. It was cool. All right. We're going to get in here. We're going to talk about all 32 teams. And I'm going to start with the worst team in the draft. Now, this is according to where am I at here? What page is this? Before I go any further, I want to make sure I cite the source here. This NFL, the NFL site. This is their opinion. Okay. But they're not saying teams are bad or terrible. I don't think they had the best draft. A letter. I'm going to give you. All right. Now, 32 was the Jets. They gave. Man, they peeled. Their first pick was Will McDonald. So 32 on them. Then the Cardinals, at 31, they got a D. I'd say yeah on that. I mean, they came out, they picked you and I kind of shocked. They picked an offensive tackle.
Yeah.
Okay. And then they picked an edge rusher, and quarterback. It wasn't until down the picking they picked out a receiver that they're going to need. Okay, they're receiver poor, and they got one receiver. They picked a quarterback. They got one receiver, so they got a D. And you know what? Okay, I can understand it. Number 30 was the Washington Commanders. They graded him out as a D. I don't know, quarterback Samuel Forbes and safety DeVarce Martin. Hey, that's some good picks right there. Okay.
Yeah, those are good guys.
They feel like maybe they didn't touch on what they needed to touch on. You know, they went a lot of defense. Well, their coach is a defensive coach. So, I mean, what do you expect? But they, Chris Rodriguez, pretty good running back. All right. But they hit, they got a lot of defense. And that's just several edge rushers. I don't know. I think the Washington Redskins, I think the D, whatever. Let's just see them play. Okay. How about that? New England at number 29. I couldn't believe when I read this. They're at number 29. They give them a C-. They come out of the gate with cornerback Christian Gonzalez, probably the best cornerback. They were comparing this guy to Neon Dion. Okay.
Yeah.
And then they came back and got defensive tackle Keon White. Those two right there, to me, put them in the top 5.
That's what they needed.
However, yes, that's exactly what they did. And these are some good needs they got. However, what knocked them down was they drafted a kicker, Chad Ryland, and a punter, Bryce Behringer, in this one draft. Okay, that happens. It's a rarity. It happens. But, hey, if that's what they need, so be it. Kickers. Kickers are important too. How many games are won by a field goal? Thank you. Okay. How many games are lost by a field goal?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Same with touchdowns. I mean, so all right. Number 28 is the Chargers. Got a C-. Their first 2 picks was Quentin Johnson, outstanding wide receiver, and then defensive tackle, whatever it was. I can't say his name. But they had a good draft. But they're on here number 28. Number 27, my wife's going to be pissed off about this because we reviewed this, and her and I talk about our 2 teams all the time. Number 27 is the Green Bay Packers. They gave a C-. Kyle, I'm going to come back to the screen so I can see you. C- for the Packers?
I gave them a B.
Who I gave a B to? Who's grading this shit?
Probably somebody that did a lot of meth and's a White Sox fan.
Okay, all right. Number 26, the Jacksonville Jaguars. They were a C. Now they were a playoff team, and again, man, their first 3 picks or something they needed. They needed a tackle, they needed a tight end, and they needed a running back, and they got him.
Yeah, because they picked up that tackle because their one tackle is going to be suspended for 8 games for PED use.
Yeah, for the sake of argument, we'll say 6 because you're probably appealing to get 6 games. Either way, first month's gone to him. Okay,
yeah,
maybe 2 months. So yeah, they had to. So I think Jacksonville should have been up a little higher, but whatever, we'll take it. 25 Buffalo Bills. Oh, they were complaining about they didn't pick nobody. Okay, they got tight end Dalton Kincaid. These are what they needed. They didn't have a whole lot. They didn't have a whole lot of needs. They got some offense in here. They got some deep. They got a linebacker, some guards, a cornerback. I think Buffalo Bills are just fine. I bet you that they're again this year and deep in the playoffs. Number 24 is the Dallas Cowgirls. They got a C. They should have got an F, but they did get Maisie Smith, defensive tackle, and Luke Shoemaker, tight end. That's 2 pretty good picks, although I don't like them.
That was it. After that.
Yeah, right after that was like people were like, who? Anyway, moving on. The Atlanta Falcons, they had another good draft. I had them top 10 in mine. They come out swinging. They got Bijan Robinson.
Yeah, that running back.
Yeah, then they got the edge, Zach Harrison. That was the guy Kansas City was honing in on. So, hey, okay, good job to them. I hope to do well. 22 to 49ers got a B-. And they got a safety, Jairi Brown. I hope I said that right. Tight end Cameron Lott. They did take a kicker with their second pick. So I've heard people say he's valued too high. Maybe they knocked a grade down from that, but they had a great pick. Oh, you 49ers fans, they didn't have a first round pick, but they got a B-. So you tell me they did a pretty good job. The Raiders got a B-, and they went edge to match with Kansas City. They got Tyree Wilson, and they went out and got the serial killer himself, Michael Meyer. Right, they got the Michael Meyer, and then they went back again. They got defensive tackle Brian Young. So they got a B-. They had a pretty good draft. They got a bad echo somewhere, guys. And number 20 was Tampa Bay Buccaneers, B- on Tampa Bay. They didn't go quarterback. I don't know. Maybe they're happy with what they got. I don't know. We'll see how it works out. Now you start getting to the decent teams. The Rams, believe it or not, they had an outstanding draft. They got a guy who could play center and guard. They got a B-. They got an edge rusher, Byron Young, Stetson Bennett, quarterback. I'm not sure.
That was a steal for them in the 4th round.
4th round, yeah. I'll take a pause for a second. Of the 4 major quarterbacks picked, 2 of them are going to be starters come day one. I promise. Mm-hmm. Bryce Young, and another guy,
CJ Stroud.
Stroud, yeah. Okay. Now, the other quarterback that we talked about, no one picked him to the second round. It was just like a couple picks.
Yeah, Will Levis. Yeah,
getting him. Will Levis. Yeah, that was funny. He had a set record the whole time. That's because they had his value like had a value. He wasn't. I didn't think he was that good. He needs some work. So, and the running backs are plentiful, cornerbacks are plentiful, defensive ends. This was a defensive draft, man. There was so many defense on there. Number 18 was Miami Dolphins. They went Cam Smith, Dion Ank. And hit it pretty hard. The Saints, they needed to make a splash. They got to be. They hit it with right off the bat with some defense. They went defensive tackle Brian Brees and edge Isaiah Foskey. Say that a bunch of times. And they got a quarterback as well. So we'll see what that. Number 16 is the Browns. They got a B. All right, I agree with that. They did. Cedric Tillman, the wide receiver. And I'm going to mess his name up. Defensive tackle, Siaka Ika.
Works for me.
That's close enough. Number 15 was the Minnesota Vikings. They got a B+. They got wide receiver Jordan Addison. Wow. He's going to be playing right beside
Justin Jefferson.
Jeffries. Yeah, Jefferson. And running back Dwayne McBride later on. Oh, boy. You watch out for the Vikings. Until they get somewhere, Kirk Cousins will mess it up for him. Number 14, Denver Broncos. They got a B. They got Marvin Mims and then linebacker Sanders. And really, they got some decent players all through there. Okay. Seattle Seahawks. They got a B+. They got Devin Witherspoon, gentlemen, right out of the gate. Okay. And Jackson Smith, Nigba, yeah. And then Derek Hall, the edge rusher. So Seattle's
three needs right there.
Mm-hmm. Number 12 is Carolina Panthers. They got an A-. Man, they came out of the gate and they held on to it for a bit. Okay, they got Bryce Young, they got Jonathan Mingo, they got DJ Johnson, the edge rusher, and guard Chandler Zavala, and then Jamie Robinson. Man, they had some picks right there. Okay, real good. Number 11. They have number 11 in Houston, Texas. I had him number 1 of mine. They got an A-. Quarterback CJ Stroud, like we just discussed, he's going to be starting right away. I guarantee you. Okay, no redheaded bombshell this time. Dalton's not playing. CJ Stroud's going to play. I guarantee you. Will Anderson, Will Anderson on the edge, and center Juicy Scruggs, and Tank Dahl for the wide receiver. They made some picks, gentlemen, all through there. You can read all their names. They did an excellent job. Okay. Number 10, the Tennessee Titans. They got an A-. They got Peter Skoronski. He's a guard or offensive tackle guard. He's listed either one. They got Corbett Will Levitz. I don't think that rated him high. I think that might have knocked him down some. The running back Spears. Tight end Weil. Now you and I talked about him. This tight end right here for a while on that night. Devil Dog. He was one of the ones we kept talking about, and Tennessee got him. Baltimore Ravens got an A. They got Zach Flowers. He's a threat. Linebacker Simpson. He's a threat. Edge rusher Tavarius Robinson. He's a threat. Problem is their quarterback
is not.
He's in his. Okay. They got Odell Beckham Jr. Let's see. They could be great and they could not. Who knows? I don't know. I don't know what to tell you about them. Okay, we're kind of stuck on them. Number 8, Kansas City Chiefs. They got an A. They got Felix Azuma. They got wide receiver Rashid Rice. And then they got some tackle who's named after one of the Backstreet Boys, Wanya Morris. Okay. And then they got another edge and some defensive tackle. They got an A. Hey, the rich get richer on that deal. Cincinnati Bengals, man. And these guys even traded. The Cincinnati Bengals, Kansas City Chiefs even traded with each other during the draft. So that was pretty cool. And they come out of the gate with an edge rusher, Miles Murphy. If you watch the tape with this guy's good. Cornerback DJ Turner and wide receiver Charlie Jones. Okay. Like the Bengals need any great wide receivers. They've got plenty right now, don't they? Number 6. This the hell out of me. You know where I'm going with this? The Detroit Lions. Right? They got an A. The first pick was kind of confusing to you and I, but I understand why. They got Gibbs, Jamari Gibbs. Pretty good back right there. Linebacker Jack Campbell.
Our beloved colleague, Michael Thompson. Mike started with the...
And tight end Sam Laporta. So he was another one you and I were talking about. Number 5, Chicago Bears. They got an A. And they need all the positive they can get. Okay, they went. They come
when
out,
you need them.
Yeah, the Bears they went after an offensive tackle. No, okay, that was the first time an offensive tackle has been that coveted, and they couldn't wait. The Bears, and they took Darnell White. Then they come back and got a defensive tackle, Garvin Dexter. Okay, and then they come back and got Stevenson, quarterback Stevenson, and then another defensive tackle Pickens. So they went a lot of big boys. Okay, they got a lot of big boys. I think they did that quarterback or that wide receiver, Kendall Williams, in there as well. Number 4, the New York Giants. Like we discussed earlier, I had them before. They had them before. They got an A. They had a cornerback, Dante Banks, center Mitchell Schmidt, and wide receiver Jalen Hyatt. Keep an eye on Jalen Hyatt, gentlemen. This kid's faster than him to Tyreek Hill. Okay, he's got hands. He can run every route. He can run route tree. I don't know.
Dude's phenomenal.
He could be big. If this quarterback they got right now can hang in there and throw the ball, they're going to be great. The Colts got an A+. They went out and they got Anthony Richardson. You know what? Good. They need to get a young quarterback and develop him. Quit wasting your money on all these old guys. They ain't doing you nothing, right? They got Brent, and then they got Josh Downs as a wide receiver. He's pretty damn good. So and they got some bunch of line help too. So they do good. Number 2, of course they put in the Philadelphia Eagles. Why wouldn't they? They got they drafted and got Jalen Carter, defensive tackle. This guy's a monster. They came back and got edge Nolan Smith. Dude, these guys are wow. And then they also traded. I got it in my notes here. They traded for Detroit Lions Swift.
Yeah, DeAndre Smith.
They got running back Swift. DeAndre, that's right. I put DeAndre Swift from the Lions. And then they had some of the picks they already got. The rich get richer, gentlemen. And number 1 on this list is the Pittsburgh Steelers. They made history, and they did some good things. Their first pick was Broderick Jones, offensive tackle. Then they turned around and got cornerback Joey Porter Jr. Okay, and then they showed a picture of his dad holding him when he was little in his
Steeler uniform. Yep.
Some people say that was a setup deal. No one got him because they were working with the Steelers to get it. I don't know if they did or they didn't. If they did, that's great. If they didn't, hey, what good luck they had. That and a couple things before I'm done here. A couple things coming up in the NFL. We already had the draft. May 1 is the deadline for clubs to send their tenders in. These guys that he drafted fill out tender letters. They're going to. Yeah. May 2nd, deadline for clubs exists a 5th-year option on the quarterback. If you're in a rookie contract, all rookie contracts are essentially 5-year deals. Okay, you play 4 years. If they want to keep you around for 5th year, they extend. If not, they won't. And then that's your last year, and you can start looking for another team. Okay, and that's due on the 2nd. May 5th through 8th, clubs elect to hold their 1 3-day post-draft rookie minicamp from Friday to Sunday or Saturday through Monday on one of the 2 weekends following the draft. Okay, it's just rookies. They can get in there and get to know each other. Uniform fits, all this, everything you do when you walk on the field before the practice. May 15th, rookie football development program begins. That's just for the rookies. They don't want no coaches. That's just strength and training and stuff like that. Then you got the rookie premiere. That's where they go sit there in the NFL, what they expect of you, get pulled over, guns in your car. You may beat your wife, whatever the NFL tells these guys because they never listen. So July 17th is the deadline for the teams to designate a franchise player to sign a multi-year contract extension. And that time is at 4:00, okay, Eastern time. After this, the player can only sign a 1-year contract that cannot be extended until after the team's final regular season game. So they go all season on what they sign if they don't have agreement. August 3 through 6, Hall of Fame weekend, Canton, Ohio. Hall of Fame game. Of course, we do not know who's going to be in it yet. And then you got preseason all scattered all through there. And the final bit of information is September 7th is the NFL kickoff game. So that's what's coming down for the NFL. It was a big, huge draft, like I said. Green Bay took 2 tight ends. My wife wondered why they took 2 tight ends, because they wanted 2 tight ends, I guess. More rookie running backs will start opening day than any other rookie position. I don't know. Watch these edge rushers. There was a boatload of edge rushers. Okay, so we'll see who starts some more. And that's it, guys. I yield all of that crap to you guys. There was 259 picks this year in the NFL draft, 7 rounds. So I yield. You and I should have went live, Kyle, because we were.
You should have. Jesus Christ!
My wife's like, every time Kyle comes in, she goes, "Is he talking about another trade? Is he talking about another trade?" Because if it took too long, Kyle was assuming they were trading. We were going at it, but it was a good time had. Few changes different, but other than that, hey, it went.
Man, the Cowboys pissed me off so bad in that first round.
Oh.
All the way down to 10 minutes, and it took them till the 2-second mark to say, "Oh, this is who we're taking."
Well, apparently, the guy they wanted first, they didn't give him no name, but somebody didn't want to go play for him. The guy they wanted, he was like, "No." I didn't know they could refuse like that. I thought they had to do it and then trade.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
The Cowboys got out of it. They didn't want this guy, so they want another guy. And whoever was smart, that'd give him a key to the city.
Yeah.
I'd love to hear who the player was that said, "I don't want to play for him."
Yeah,
it was probably Joey Porter Jr.
Maybe, I don't know, but yeah, he was. That was cool, man. He went with his dad's old team.
Where did the kid from Georgia go?
Which one?
Come on, the fucking quarterback.
Stetson Bennett, the 15th.
Yes.
He's going to replace Matthew Stafford as the Rams quarterback.
Nice.
Eventually, yeah. By the way, I'm putting Stafford on the clock. Correct me if I'm wrong. I got him down for 2 more years, maybe
1.
You think 1? I think maybe 2, and then that's hard pressed after that. And the second year won't even be productive. I think.
Is that Stafford or the?
Yeah, Stafford.
Stafford.
He'll go back up. Since that surgery, he ain't been doing nothing.
The same. No, and it's not him. I mean, it's his injury. It's what's causing it. The guy's sharp as. I mean, he's got a hell of a football mind. Okay, and he'll probably end up being a coach somewhere, and have a winning squad. But right now, his shoulder just is not right. It's just not. I don't know who operated on it, but I don't want nothing to do with that guy. I mean,
I cracked up a local guy out of St. Xavier in Cincinnati. Got drafted by Green Bay Packers, and he's a quarterback. I go, okay, well, good luck.
They did get a quarterback, but I think he's just going to be back up. I think Jordan Love has got the position, and I'm not. I'm not a fan of Jordan Love.
No way he's going to start.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Jordan Love. Yeah, you're right. I'm not a fan of Jordan Love. However, let's get Rodgers away from him now. Give him the team. Say it's your team. He can quit looking over his damn shoulder and play the game. Okay. They say he's a smart guy. They say he's smart. Well, guess what? Now he's got to show it.
In a big way.
Yeah. I'm going to play something for you guys. I put it in the Sports Church chat. It was really meant for fucking Pook. But since he's not here and his phone is turned off because I called him 3 times. So we're going to have to come up with a punishment for the Pook Dawg, for the brother Bishop Pook Dawg, because unacceptable.
He has to wear a Lions t-shirt and hat.
Devil Doc is tying in the video that we're about to play. Because sounds fair to me. Lions gear it is. Here we go.
Who is it?
Hey, man, it's Aaron Rodgers. Open up.
I knew you'd come back.
Psych, bitch, he's gone now.
Oh, you. You got my hopes up.
Oh, running away like Rodgers did?
Why do you have champagne?
I've been waiting 18 years for this moment, okay?
You were literally the worst team in the league last year. Why are you celebrating?
We just got a king's ransom for the first pick. I'm celebrating.
You should have kept it and drafted a quarterback.
We have the best quarterback in the North.
Running back.
What was that?
You have the best running back in the North. Really?
Nazareth.
And Mars.
Okay, I get it. Turn it off.
Oh, I'm sorry. I couldn't hear you over all the money we're about to spend in free agency.
I mean, overspending is the only way a player would actually come to Chicago.
What are you even making?
Cheese smoothie. You want one?
Thanks, but I think I'll pass.
Something you could barely do last year.
That was before we got DJ Moore, okay?
Ooh, watch out. Maybe you'll finish in third place this time.
Oh, you know what you need? A 3-day darkness retreat.
I'd be better off just taking LSD and hiding in my closet.
Or you could take LSD all the way down to Soldier Field, you know, a real stadium.
I'm sorry, aren't you guys moving to the suburbs? Even your own city doesn't want you.
Oh, what if you Lambeau leaped out the window?
Does it hurt watching Mahomes win another Super Bowl, seeing as you could have had him, but you drafted Trubisky instead?
Does it hurt knowing you're about to be in quarterback hell for the next 20 years?
Oh, maybe I can get some advice from you since you've been there your entire life.
So you excited for the wedding coming up? What wedding? You and your sisters.
Oh, how original. Hey, when's Devin Hester getting in the Hall of Fame? Never.
You're an adult fan wearing a foam cheesehead.
Whoa, I'm not just a fan, okay?
Oh, God, not this shit again.
I'm a part owner, okay? This is my team.
That's not real, okay? You don't own anything.
Well, Aaron owns your franchise.
Look, man, you got to stop living in the past, all right? He's gone.
You know what?
What?
Maybe you're right.
Wait, what?
He's gone, man. He's really gone.
Oh, wow, you're like actually depressed.
Maybe it's time to accept reality.
Oh, come on, man. There's plenty of other quarterbacks in the league.
That really doesn't help coming from you, okay?
Yeah, sorry.
Rodgers' last game was losing to the Lions.
And I enjoyed every second of that game. You can't just give up.
You had a good run, but it's over.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. What are you doing?
I'm taking off my cheesehead.
Just know I'm doing this from a place of love.
What?
No pun intended. Oh, fuck. You're acting like a Lions fan, man. Snap out of it.
Jesus, Mary and Lombardi.
So, how do you feel?
I feel like calling Child Protective Services on your dad.
What?
For raising you as a Bears fan. That's abuse.
Yeah, that's the spirit.
You're a dickhead, you know that?
Dickhead, but yeah.
I know. Yeah, I'm not going to say that.
Oh, I almost forgot. Got you a gift.
Oh, wow, thanks. Jesus, dude, I'm depressed. Don't make me suicidal. A lion shirt?
Just a friendly reminder.
Of what?
It could always be worse.
Oh, thanks, man. So, you want to go burn this?
Oh, 2 steps ahead of you, buddy.
Love that guy.
You notice they didn't say anything about the Vikings.
Kirk Cousins is going to get into the playoffs and lose. That's what he does.
Yes. That
You
is.
know?
Yet again.
It's scary, man. It's scary being a Packers fan. You know, I'll ride or die. That's been my team since I was a little kid.
Wife's too.
And you know, it is what it is. Aaron Rodgers is gone. You know, the optics on him is so bad, but when you talk to people, you listen to people talking about him, they all love him. So I don't know what to think about that, but I knew it was a toxic relationship. And in sports is the only realm where I side with labor ever. And so I got to go with Aaron Rodgers. Didn't like the way the team was being run, dealt. It didn't like the pieces that were coming in that were going out. So he's like, I'm done.
I
wanna go
guarantee you this. If Jordan Love does not pan out this year,
yeah,
Gutekunst is gone.
Yeah.
And Mark Murphy is gone.
Probably. You're probably right. It'd be a good time to clean house up there if that's true. But we don't know. I mean, we've seen Jordan Love a couple times, and every time I saw him, he looked scared as shit. And I think it was, you know, I'm in the shadow of Aaron Rodgers.
And that could have been. That could have been right.
It could have been, but I remember when Aaron Rodgers they were putting Aaron Rodgers in certain games. He didn't have that problem. He lit up the Cowboys when he went in for Brett.
Yeah,
I remember that game. And I'm
Different
like,
quarterback,
whoa,
different system, different caliber of individual. Yeah.
Yeah, and
My
different
wife-
individual, man.
My wife, she's still a Green Bay fan, but she was a little upset and she kind of got a little forceful with me this time to
Oh, really?
break it down. What's going to happen? I mean, she was, hey, I want to know what's going to happen. I didn't want to tell her they're going to suck.
well, we're
So I
going
was
to
like-
do more than suck.
I don't know.
I said,
about
here's what's going to
that.
happen.
I don't know.
No, here I had to pull up my Cherokee card on. I said, here's what's going to happen, honey. I feel that the Great Spirit is going to injure Kirk Cousins. Okay, that's going to knock the Vikings down. Okay,
Yeah.
I feel the Lions will slide up and Green Bay will slide up. There'll be a tie right there because I don't want to hear a tie.
You know,
I don't know what
Jordan
else to tell you.
Love, look, Green Bay, you still got two great running backs. You now have an even more improved defense with the way they drafted this year.
And
Number
another
one draft pick was one of the nastiest defensive tackles in
and they
college
got a
football,
receiver.
right? And they picked another receiver and
Yeah,
and a
three.
couple of tight ends, and one of those guys is probably not going to make it, or maybe both. But I don't know.
It
But
might be like the Chiefs have a 4 tight end set.
yeah, and who knows? Get this kid comfortable. Get him.
That's right.
You know,
That's the key, man. You
get
want to
him
get him comfortable.
you know,
What?
The 2 tight ends, for example,
he
if they're
can
open,
run. He can run better than Rodgers.
Yeah,
He's got
he's
the
one
arm. It's just
What kind of passer was he in college?
prolific.
Shitty.
No, he was
Shitty.
not.
He started 16 total games, and they drafted him in the first freaking
I
round.
wouldn't say he was a great, but I wouldn't say he's a punk either. But see,
If he was really good, you would have heard the University of Nevada, not the University of Nevada, Las Vegas, in some sort of a ranking. They weren't. They didn't even make a bowl game.
Where did fucking Brett Favre get drafted from?
Southern Miss.
State or something.
How many
Yeah.
bowl games they go to?
When they drafted him, one,
Okay.
Before him, I think it was 0.
and he got drafted by the Falcons.
Yo.
And then
And
traded.
Jerry Glanville hated his ass.
But Jerry Glanville made
So
money
much
off
of
of him.
And Jerry
So much-
Glanville was an idiot.
Yeah, well, yeah. He's a freaking dumb redneck who wears a leather jacket as a coach on the field.
And wants to be a NASCAR driver. Believe it or not, he did.
Yeah,
he
nobody
raced
wants-
in NASCAR.
Jesus,
get
what
into
a
that deal.
fucking thank God that didn't happen.
Listen,
All right, Doc.
that old thing, puff, pass.
Yep.
Someone should have told him that. Okay.
LaFleur is going to hate life this year.
Yeah.
You know it's gonna be fun if they come out 7-0. The Packers come out 7-0.
Wouldn't it be hilarious?
I'm gonna be like, I told you, baby. I knew this.
I'm cautiously optimistic.
Yeah.
If that happens, it's because the Packers have the easiest schedule in football.
I'll shave my
Such a
beard
negative
off.
Nancy. God. Oh. Have a little faith, brother.
They came out 7-0.
I
I'll shave my
do, but I don't, because any quarterback that has ever come out of the University of Nevada has been shit or has become a political activist.
beard. Any quarterback who's come out of Alabama has been crap. So I mean, let's
Except for Joe Namath
No, didn't
and Kenny Stabler.
when did I'm sorry, where did Jalen Hurst come out of?
Oklahoma.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. He wasn't a transfer or anything from
Yes,
Alabama?
yes, he was.
Yeah.
No!
No, he started at Alabama, and then they
And got
took-
benched
they
for
took
Tua.
whatever, Miami guy. So he went to Oklahoma.
Just saying.
But he graduated Oklahoma, technically.
Yep.
Just saying. All right. Kyle, you want to go through your
I'll-
stuff?
Get some crap over with real quick.
Okay, good.
So,
That was what I was saying.
We are now in the second round of the NBA playoffs. You're going to have the Heat, the number 8 Heat, taking on the 5th seed Knicks, and the Heat are leading this series 1-0 already. My beloved Boston Celtics are going to start playing the Philadelphia 76ers. Hopefully, we whoop that ass. You have the number 1 seed Denver Nuggets against the 4th seed Phoenix Suns. The Nuggets are already up 1-0 in that series. Next, you're going to have the 6th seed Golden State Warriors against the 7th seed LA Lakers. Who gives a shit?
Hey, did they really leave the floor 14 seconds before the game was over?
Yep.
The whole team just walked off the floor?
Yep.
Oh God.
Yep. So that's basketball for you. Now in hockey news, yeah, okay. Yeah. My Bruins are losing 2-0 right now. So, yep, looks like the jinx is still going on. You're going to have the Carolina Hurricanes taking on the New York Islanders, the New Jersey Devils against the New York Rangers. Then you're going to have the Kraken against the Avalanche. That'll be a really good game. Hopefully they release the Kraken. You're going to have the Dallas Stars against the Minnesota Wild. The Vegas Golden Knights against the I Need a Win Winnipeg Jets. The Oilers against the Kings. And that's it for hockey. And we're done with that.
Oilers against the Kings. All right, predict me. Tell me who's going to win the Stanley Cup.
In my perfect world, it's going to be my Bruins winning the Stanley Cup if we can get out of this series. Because I really we need it. I would really like to see us win the Stanley Cup, and then we win the NBA championship. We'd be the first Boston Celtics.
Oh, that's right. No, you said it 100 times. Yeah, Boston. Yeah.
And it would be really awesome to see us win 2 championships within the span of a week.
What you think you're Tampa or what?
Huh?
You think you're Tampa?
Oh, we're better than Tampa.
Claiming all the championships one year.
Oh, we're better than Tampa.
Okay.
Now we can move on to college baseball. University of Texas, San Antonio's 25. University of Tennessee's 24. Oregon's 23. Oregon State's 22. Louisville is 21. Duke is 20. Dallas Baptist University, holy shit. They're 19th. Damn. Their record's phenomenal too. Holy shit. 31-9. Damn. West Virginia's 18th. Arizona State is 17th. Miami 16. University of Kentucky's 15. Texas Tech is 14th. Virginia is 13th. East Carolina is 12. Boston College is 11. UConn's 10. Campbell University, Sunbelt champs, baby. They're 9. The Nerds of Stanford are 8. Arkansas is 7th. Coastal Carolina is 6th. Vanderbilt's 5th. Florida is 4th. South Carolina is 3rd. Wake Forest is 2nd, and LSU is number 1. The Islanders, Kings, Wild, and Lightning have all been eliminated from the playoffs. Thank you, Chris. And when Mini gets back, we will do baseball. But I will knock my portion out because I'm going to cover the American League. So we'll knock this out real quick. So the American League West, pulling up the rear, you have the Oakland Athletics, who will soon be in Las Vegas. They're 5-23 with a negative 118 run differential. Wow. Then you have the Seattle Mariners are 12-16 with a +1 run differential. The Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim are 15-14 with a +18 run differential. The Houston Astros are 14-13 +21 run differential. And leading the American League West is the Texas Rangers at 17-11 with a +72 run differential. Now we move on to the Central, where the Kansas City Royals are pulling up the rear at 7-22 with a negative with a negative 64 run differential.
Jesus.
Then the meth heads from Chicago, the White Sox.
Oh, we're gonna talk about those boys here in a little bit, but yeah,
They're 8-21 with a negative 65 run differential.
woo!
Slightly better than them is the Detroit Tigers at 10-17 with a negative 47 run differential. Slightly better than them is the Cleveland Indians. Yes, I said it. Get over it. They are 13.
I approve that message.
They are 13-15 with a negative 17 run differential. And leading the Central is the Minnesota Twins at 17-12 with a plus 26 run differential. Now here is the American League East, where shockingly, I never thought I would ever say this, even though it's still the month of April. Not for very long, though. The New York Yankees and the Boston Red Sox are both 15-14. The Yankees have a plus 2 run differential. The Red Sox have a plus 12 run differential. And we are tied for last place in the East.
Ah!
Then you have the Toronto Blue Jays, like anybody gives a shit about baseball in Canada. They are
Apparently they do.
They are 18-10, plus 14 run differential. Then you have the Baltimore Orioles at 19-9 at a plus 25 run differential. And leading the American League East, the Tampa Bay Rays of a whopping 23-6.
Rays are gonna Ray.
With a plus 103 run differential. But shockingly, the American League East is the only team in league in all of baseball where everybody is over 500
For now.
For now.
So, yeah, let's talk a little bit about the White Sox, who, I hate, and I don't know what's going on, but something is like Mercury is in retrograde or something, but I feel fucking bad for the White Sox. Like, jeez. I mean, 8-21. Like, oh my God.
But they did beat the Rays today.
Oh, yeah, one game.
12-9.
Congratulations. I think if you're a White Sox fan, get prepared for another decade or so of horrible baseball, because I don't think Jerry Reinsdorf, I think, is in pre-Alzheimer's. I don't think he knows what the hell he's doing. He's got too many yes men around. I think he spent all his brain cells and capital on getting Harold Baines into the fucking Hall of Fame. Still don't understand that. Yeah. I mean, I love my White Sox fans a little bit, and I'll tell you a story. One reason why. I'll show you this. So it was 2000. It was right after they won the World Series, and I was up at my bar, and a White Sox fan comes up and he says, "Hey, can I tell you a joke?" And I'm like, "Sure." And he looks at my buddy. He's like, "Is he cool?" And he's like, "Well, I don't know. Just like, I don't know. Don't piss him off too much." He goes, "Oh, it's funny." I'm like, "Okay." So he took the bottom of his cigarette pack out and he held it like that and he put it on the table and he goes, "What's that?" He goes, "The Cubs World Series trophy case." I'm like, "Oh, you motherfucker." I was like, "You know what? That's good, bro. That's good. That's shot worthy good. I'll buy you a shot. Let's do a shot to Chicago." And yeah, but they are in just absolute free fall. Another funny thing happened with the White Sox this week. Their play-by-play guy. Or is he the color guy? He's the color guy. No, yeah, he's the color guy. Steve Stone, who was did a lot of time for the Cubs, so he talked too much shit about the Cubs and they fired him. Which I didn't necessarily agree with, but
Private
whatever.
WGN.
Yeah. He called Lance Lynn fat. He didn't say fat. He said he needs to throw in some salads in there. Here and there.
That's
because
fat.
Lance Lynn is a big boy and he's had a lot of lower leg injuries, and that's not good for anything in baseball. Lower injuries are bad, but it's your groin, your knee. But for a pitcher like him, who's a stud when he's healthy, and to have those lower leg injuries, it is weird. It doesn't help him at all. It doesn't help the White Sox cause at all. I do feel a little bad for White Sox fans, but I assure you, I'm not losing any sleep over it at all, fucking ever. But Tampa Bay just rolling, man. But you know what? As hot as they are, you got to talk about this. The Orioles, man, just a few games back. This is insane. The Orioles are fucking mashing. You gotta love it. It's a good story, good baseball town. I wouldn't want to stay there, after dark. But
I'm telling you, it's that funnel hose.
Yeah,
when they hit a home run, it's the funnel hose.
It might be. All right, so who's gonna finish? Who's gonna have a? All right, how do I put this? The Oakland Athletics, soon to be the Las Vegas Athletics, right? Have a negative 117 run differential. Who's going to be higher, the Tampa Bay Devil Rays run differential or the Oakland Athletics negative run differential at the end of the season?
Mm.
No, the Oakland Athletics, they
right now where they sit
today.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Where do they sit right now evenly?
So Oakland Athletics are negative 117 run differential. They are 6-23. They just beat the Reds today, just a few minutes ago, to be honest with you, like an hour. Tampa Bay Devil Rays are 23-6 with a plus 103 run differential. Who's going to finish higher?
I'm going to say.
I'm going off Oakland Athletics are going to finish with the worst run differential and record in Major League history this year. I feel so sorry for those fans.
That's what I got. Yep. Yeah. I agree.
They are fucking terrible.
How that relates to a positive record, I have no clue. But
it doesn't.
It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
What about the Kansas City Royals? They're only one game better. They're only one game better.
Yeah, but they're almost 50 points higher in run differential.
And they're terrible. So if you apply math to this, you'd be confused. It just doesn't work.
Oh, they're so bad. The A's are so bad. My favorite broadcaster. Oh, my boy, Dallas Braden. He's got to go to work every day and just try and be positive and pump the team up. And, it's got to be hard to go to work every day knowing your boys are going to get blasted,
I'm going to say it's going to be the negative run differential.
Yeah, you're going to go with the A's on that, huh?
Because I have this strange feeling by the All-Star break, it's going to be like a negative 300.
Oh, I agree, dude. I feel so bad for Oakland Athletic fans. I remember, I don't know, you guys remember this, but I didn't grow up. I was born in the 70s. I didn't grow up in the 70s when they did the three-peat, 3 World Series in a row. By the way, that has been done since. But I grew up with the Bass brothers. I grew up with Dennis Eckersley, Dave Stewart, Mark McGuire, Jose Canseco, the Oakland A's and San Francisco Giants World Series. Earthquake. Yeah, and Ricky Henderson, man, and just a little bit of an A's fan for a while because I had to follow somebody in the AL. So I don't know. It's terrible what's going on there. And unless ownership change as they move to Vegas happens, I don't think anything's really going to change except a nice stadium to play baseball in where it never rains ever, like fucking ever. If it does, everything floods, everything shuts down for 2 days. But yeah, couple disappointments for me in the American League. Seattle Mariners, man, they're highly touted this year, not doing so well. Texas Rangers rolling. Houston Astros not doing too bad. And Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. Did you hear the interview? They interviewed Mike Trout the other day. Harold Reynolds from MLB interviewed him. He's like, so it was like the baseball classic. He goes, oh, it was great. It's just such an awesome thing to play in a playoff atmosphere. And, and then he was like, oh shit, I just shit on my franchise. We've had some big games on Sunday Night Baseball. I'm like, You've never been in the playoffs, bro. That's horrible. It's horrible. And you got two of the best players, arguably the best player in Major League Baseball history in Shohei Ohtani. And you've got Mike Trout, and they just can't do shit, man. And they're both going to be gone this year. I guarantee you if Shohei leaves, which he's probably going to leave, where he's going to go, we can talk about that in a second if you want, before I get to the NL. But if he leaves, Mike's gone, right? He's going to want to get out of there. He's going to want to get out of there. And, hey, bro, I know we got Cody Bellinger in Chicago, but I'm pretty sure he'd be cool and move over left or right for you if you came to Chicago. I would love to get Shohei. Chicago's got the money, but I don't know. Where's Shohei going to go? I bring this up a lot, but where's he going to go? Everybody says the Dodgers, and I'm like,
No, I say he's going to go play with his teammate in Boston,
You think
Yoshida.
You think? I mean, I would love to see it. I mean, your boys over there in Boston are my second favorite team.
With Budweiser losing $5 billion in value, I don't think St. Louis is going to be in the bargaining business.
Probably.
No, they're going to be looking for a new manager soon.
Mm-hmm. I said he was going to get fired, didn't I?
Yep. If they did something so galactically retarded the other day, which made no sense to me. You had your rookie outfielder, Jordan Walker. He was on like a 15 or 18 game hitting streak as a rookie. Oh, we're going to send you back down because, the guy you replaced, he's coming off the injured list now, so we need to make room for him. Who wasn't really hitting during his assignment, but you're going to lower the guy that's actually producing for you. Whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like drafting a quarterback that started 13 games for the fourth pick.
All right, to the National League in the AL West. On top, the Arizona Diamondbacks, where they play for rings in the desert, baby. What the fuck is going on? 16-13, baby. 16-13. Now they're tied with Los Angeles Dodgers. They got a +5 run differential. The Dodgers are hot on their heels, 16-13 as well, +17. The Padres, finally above 500 with Tatis back. He got a lot of shit in Chicago, but honestly, if I was at that game, I would have told those people to shut the fuck up. But, if you think Tatis is doing steroids to bulk up, you should just look at the guy.
He's not bulking up. No,
he's just an idiot. He's just an idiot. He's an extremely talented baseball player who's an idiot. Since coming back, the Padres slammed Diego, or 7-3. The Cubs took 2 or 3 of them before the weekend, and I was not that impressed with the Padres, though. Cubs pitching shut them down relatively easily, except in the second game. They gave up. If you want to lose, you want to lose to a grand slam, right? Like, you don't want to be just scratched out. That hurts bad. But other than that, the Giants, terrible, 11-16. Colorado Rockies, 9-20, baby. Oh, El Terrible. In the NL Central. Now, hopefully I don't get in trouble for this. Hopefully, if it works. The Pittsburgh Pirates, baby, are 20-9. What the fuck is going on in Pittsburgh? The Buccos are going crazy, matey. They are tearing it up, slicing and dicing, invading the homes and raping and pillaging their opponents. It's fucking beautiful.
It's the styrofoam sword fighting.
Who the fuck saw that shit? 29.
Jack Sparrow did.
Jack Sparrow.
Yes, Jack Sparrow did. Yeah. We'll get some more in there.
Jack Sparrow.
They got a +48 run differential. They're 8-2 in their last 10. They're 11-5 away. They're beating the brakes off of everybody in their house. Just invading, pulling up, No quarter given. Pirates are mashing. I love it. It's a great story. I'm a diehard Cubs fan, but I'd like to see a franchise that has been just forever rise to the top out of nowhere. They did a great job this week by signing Brian Reynolds to an 8-year,
$50-something million contract.
Was it that high?
Yeah.
I think he's getting like $13 million a year. But good for them. They got McCutch back, the heart and soul of the team. This city actually put up billboards all over town just for saying the Cutch is back. I love it. Great baseball town. Beautiful stadium, by the way. If you ever get a chance,
I will be going on the 25th of this month.
You ever get a chance? Yeah, it is beautiful. And at night, it is just glorious. They did a tremendous job of that ballpark. And the team, I hope that I don't know if this is sustainable. It seems like it is because all the kind of nuggets, the metrics seem like it's going to work. I mean, they're pitching out of their mind. They're hitting out of their mind. I hope it continues because, like I said earlier in the year, I don't expect my Cubs to do anything more than third place, and I'm okay with that. I think they're plugging in some veterans here and there, and we'll talk a little bit more of that later. But I'm kind of excited about the Pirates, right? If you can't tell. I love it.
Not
man.
at all.
It's good. It's good for baseball to see somebody come from the bottom to the top and just mash. So it's good. It's good for the NL Central. It gives us a little more validity, because we're always teased as the kind of shitty freaking
it's always the Brewers and the Cardinals.
Yeah, and I can't wait to get to this.
And occasionally the Reds when they pull something out of their ass.
Right. But man, the Buccos with the sword fighting after the home runs and everything like that, and they got the Asia connection going. It's beautiful, man. Super exciting. Always pumped. Been watching some Pirates games just to see if it was legit, and it's legit. They play great ball, man.
They play it right too.
Yeah, man, it's great. It's phenomenal. But moving on, the Milwaukee Brewers 18-10. I mean, hot as hell too. They were struggling a little bit. They had a rough road trip. 5-5 in the last 10. They still got a plus 28 run differential. They're 18-10. They're only a game and a half back from the Pirates. So I mean, hanging in there. The Cubs. I mean, we're hanging in there. They're doing what I thought they were going to do. They're 14-13. They're 5 games back. Plus 43 run differential. The cracks are starting to show in the Chicago Cubs, and the cracks being, I think that bullpen is a bit suspect. It's suspect. It's a little suspect. It's suspect. It's a little schizophrenic. It's either lights out or it's merry-go-round. I don't know what's going on there, but they need to figure that out and lock that down. I think I remember this team in like 2013. You see the little brilliance, you see like the hope and whatnot, but they definitely got to plug some holes in there. Justin Steele's pitching out of his mind. Drew Smiley's doing well. It is. I would like to see that bullpen short up a little bit. I'd like to see some better bats. I love me some Patrick Wisdom, but homeboy is a strikeout machine, and that I hate that shit. And he still got that kind of launch angle swing going on, which is, the game's moved on from that. I know it happened just this year, but the game has already moved on from the launch angle. So you need to start getting that flat swing back and stop striking out as much. Putting the ball in play now is important as it was. I'd say 10, 15 years ago before they started, over shifting everybody.
Yeah.
Now you can put the ball on the ground, and as long as you barrel it up on the ground, and I mean that by like exit velocity, you hit it on the ground hard. You can't just dink it to somebody. But he's my big worry there. I'm kind of trying to figure out when Seiya Suzuki is going to start hitting consistently. But we'll see. But the Reds, God bless Reds fans. Great baseball town, great tradition, oldest team in Major League Baseball, but they're 12-16, 7.5 games back, minus 14 run differential. And this is my favorite part. Woo! The St. Louis Cardinals are 10-19, 10 games back. Fuck you, Redbird. Suck it. It couldn't happen to a more boring city and a more boring franchise. Oh, we've got an arch. Well, congratulations. Yeah.
We have an arch.
Yeah.
They are amazing.
Yeah. Just so boring. Just I'd rather go to Biloxi, Mississippi on vacation for 4 days than go to St. Louis.
And meanwhile, they won the second most World Series of any other team.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Congratulations. Thanks, Richie. I still hate them. Still douchebags. And they're still in last place.
Yes, they are.
Still in last place. That's hilarious.
Both teams in my world both suck. How you feel now?
Well, I don't live there.
Baseball's terrible. And that's unusual for me to say that about my beloved Cardinals, but they suck. Terrible.
To the NL East.
Oh, boy.
Oh, can I pull it up fast enough, boys and girls? Can I pull it up fast enough?
That's what she said.
No, she said pull out.
No, that's what your priest wants you to do.
That's it.
Oh, God.
I didn't tell you what she really said, but, she really told him was, I never had so much on me and so within me in my whole life.
Oh, God, we're going to hell. We're going to hell, ladies and gentlemen.
Just saying, Cardinals fan.
But
there we go. And it's not racist. It's approved.
Atlanta Braves, 18-9, 7-7 home, 11-2 away, going into people's houses and be like, no, it's my house, bitch. Plus 43 run differential, 5-5 in the last 10, struggling a little bit. They played a couple tough series, but good for the Braves. Not a big shocker there. We always kind of expect them to be at the top. The New York Mets, sans Edwin Diaz, are still 15-12, only 3 games back, plus 8 run differential, 4-6 in the last 10. The Miami Marlins, I was kind of disappointed. The Cubs came into town to play the Marlins. I think they took 1 out of 3. The Marlins beat us. Yeah, Marlins beat us 2 out of 3. I didn't know they were this good. I hadn't been paying attention. I mean, who the shit pays attention to Miami Marlins? But they're 15-13. They're above 500, only 3 games back from the Braves. Minus 3 run differential. That's a bit of a problem. Phillies. Oh, last year, NLCS champions, represented the National League in the World Series, lost to the Houston Astros. They're 15-13, minus 3 run differential. They've got a little bit of a hot streak, though. 1-4 in a row. They're 8-2 in their last 10. But they need to get it together in the Washington Nationals.
Bryce Harper's supposed to be coming back this week.
Yeah, Chris Benoit Bowles. Was he going to come back and play first base?
Yeah.
Jesus.
when that happens, I'm benching Jose Abreu because he ain't doing shit for my fantasy team.
Yeah, nobody's doing shit for my fantasy team. That's all right. But yeah. Oh, yeah. We talked about the Pirates. We talked about the White Sox a little bit. Little Houston Astros thing though. Hunter Brown. I want to talk about him a little bit. Could be, might be, just be your rookie of the year in the American League as a pitcher. 2.37 ERA. He's got a 1.055 whip, 32 strikeouts in 30 innings, 3-0, looking nasty, son. So keep an eye on that dude because I think there might be something to that. So Chris Benoit said or DH. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense too. But, man, I hate putting a guy like that. DHing is like, oh, all you got to do is go up there and hit 3 or 4 times a game. Yeah, it's fucking hard. When your head's in the game and you're playing on the field and you're playing a position, your head's in the game. I mean, it's just a thing. I don't know how to explain to anybody. If you never played baseball, it's I've done it and I hated it. It was horrible. I got my first 0 for 4 in my life DHing. It was rubbish. And then, of course, the next doubleheader, I went 3 for 4. They were all singles, though. One of them was kind of bullshit, but whatever. Yeah, so I don't know. I love Bryce Harper. I mean, and I hate him the same breath because he's a lefty, but unless he's pitching to me, I hate lefties. I think they're just cheating. But yeah. I think that about covers enough for baseball. Anything else you got? Anything else that I missed? Any big stories that I missed, Kyle? I mean, I know some stuff happened, but
nothing really. We just finished up the Mexico series. The Padres swept that, playing the Giants in Mexico City.
Nice.
What else?
I wonder how much San Diego to pay for K&R insurance when they went down there. Probably a lot.
That's probably
A lot of money, right?
Other than that, nothing else really big to talk about.
I just want to look up Shohei. Shohei's number right now. What he's doing this year so far.
Oh, I got that right here.
2023.
So far in 5 starts, he has a people hitting against him are .092, the lowest batting average against a pitcher in 5 starts since 1893. He has allowed a total of 8 hits. That is the lowest total since 1901. The slugging percentage against him is .115, the lowest since 1916.
Can I do his batting stats real quick?
Yes.
So his WAR is 2.1. So that means he gives you 2.1 wins above major league average. He's had 106 at-bats, 31 hits, 6 home runs. He's batting .292, scored 17 runs, 17 RBIs, 5 stolen bases. His on-base percentage is .350. He's slugging .519. His OPS is .869. His OPS plus is .138. What the fuck? By the way, that is like top 10 in the fucking Major League Baseball right now. Are you fucking serious? Like the league leader in home runs right now, I think is at 11 or 12. He's half of that. And he's got 5 stolen bases. Homeboy could literally go fucking probably 20 for 20, 30 for 30 at least.
And he's a pitcher.
And he's a pitcher as well. Yeah, and Kyle just read off his pitching statistics. This is the greatest baseball player of all time. Of all time. And I don't think there will ever be another one like him. So anytime you get a chance to watch an Angels game and you got to suffer, you remember, don't get hooked on them, don't fall in love with them because they're probably going to lose the game. But you get to watch 2 of the best players ever to play the game, and that's Mike Trout and Shohei Ohtani, who's going to go down as the greatest ever, first shot Hall of Famer. I mean, it's just, I tune into games just to see. I jump all over. Thanks to Kyle. I jump all over watching games to see, what's competitive. Who are the Yankees playing? Who are the? I'm always trying to watch my Cubs games, but who's Astros playing somebody tough. But I'll always check and see if Shohei is playing, and if he is, I'm watching. I'm trying to catch his at bats. I'm trying to watch him pitch. It's just a show. Man, you've got to appreciate this, guys. You're a baseball fan. Go watch Shohei. He'll be around for a few more years, but man, anytime you get to watch something like that, you just got to soak it in and appreciate it and be like one of those people. I was there. I watched Shohei. So, and they still have the best home run celebration in Major League Baseball. In my opinion.
Yeah, they pull out the samurai hat.
Did I tell you the story about that, Pops? That one of the guys on the team tried to order it, and they're like, "Oh, it's a month and a half back order." And they're like, "Shohei, we can't get your hat." And he's like, "Hold on." He called the company up in Japan and like, "Hey, you know who I am?" They're like, "No." Like, "I'm Shohei Ohtani. I want that hat." They're like, "Oh, overnight it." Month and a half back order. They found one and overnighted it to the Angels. So now it's like a 6 to 8 month back order for those damn hats ever since the Angels broke them out. Because now everybody in the world who's an Angels fan or a Shohei fan wants that damn hat. So, all right. Without further ado, we could talk about some more baseball later. We can close it up with some other stuff, but we got to talk about some motorsports. So, Pops, come
Oh,
at
yeah.
me.
It's been an interesting weekend, to say the least. It started off with NASCAR on Friday announcing that the race scheduled to start at 2 o'clock is now going to start at 1 o'clock so that we don't get rained out. And
Okay.
then they got rained out. So anyway, the NASCAR Cup race is now going to start at noon tomorrow. It's interesting, to say the least, but they have a way of making things very complicated. Uh-oh, here comes trouble. Hello, James.
Hi, Daddy.
Hey! Boom. Boom.
One more time. There you go. Good job, buddy.
Oh, I love that little guy. How's Edith doing?
Yeah, I don't want to talk about that.
Okay. Well, then we'll go back to racing.
Yeah, let's do that.
The neat thing that happened in NASCAR was yesterday. I call him the Wolf Man. He's driving on a part-time basis, and I'm not really sure how this works. But he drives for Gibbs in the Xfinity Series on a part-time basis. He's not a full-time driver.
Okay.
And he won his first race yesterday.
Hey, if we time left,
And it's kind of
if
neat.
the time left,
because,
I got MMA results.
You what?
If we got time left.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go
What do you think?
All right. So anyway, Ryan Truex, the brother of Martin Truex, won his first race at Dover yesterday, the same racetrack that his brother won his first race at when he was driving for Gibbs. So it's kind of neat to see the Truex brothers, and this is basically their home track because they're both Northeast guys. But they also got their first win, and he is probably the most uncouth looking character you ever wanted to see. He looked like the Wolfman, to be perfectly honest with you. But he is hoping that with his win at Dover, it's going to get him a full-time ride, which would be neat to see the two brothers running together. So that would be kind of awesome. We had an interesting thing happen. Actually, a terrible thing, really, as Alex Bowman, another one of Rick Hendrick's star boys, got injured in a sprint car accident, driving in a sprint league that is basically partially owned by the guy that wins everything. They raced. Well, I don't know, John. There may even be video that you got that.
Did you send it? Did you send it to me directly?
I sent it to Sports Church.
Sports Church. Okay, give me a second, then I'll try and find it.
But anyway, so he fractured a vertebrae. I don't know which one, but they say he's going to be out 4 to 6 weeks, and that's about par for the course. Not of a serious cranial fracture, but it's somewhere lower in the spine. It wasn't a nasty crash, but he did flip, I don't know, 3-4 times and got airborne and came down and landed flat on the wheels, and that is a tendency to do you in. So Josh Berry, the guy who was filling in for Case Elliott.
Here, I have the crash. You want to play it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So be careful. There may be an ad starting it out.
No, I already got through that.
All right.
Second spot into turn number 3. That's Buddy Kofoid coming through 4 in 4th with Rico Avery 5th. Oh my goodness!
That's Alex Bowman and Connor Morrell, who were battling.
See that real quick.
And that's how you.
And there's one up and over.
How
Big
you
hits.
fracture a vertebrae.
Oh my goodness!
That's Alex Bowman and Connor Morrell, who were battling for second.
That was
Ouch.
a tough one, but so they're looking at 4 to 6 weeks for that to heal. And Josh Berry, the guy, like I said, who filled in for Chase Elliott for the last 4 weeks or 5 weeks, is now going to be driving for Alex Bowman. Rick Hendrick came back out and announced that, hey, he's behind his drivers all the time, all the way. You got to do things that make sense, and racing makes sense as far as I'm concerned. And we just got to figure a way to minimize the injuries we're having. So that's kind of neat for Hendrick to go give that route anyway. On the other side of the sport, IndyCar raced today at Birmingham, and probably I always brag about Elkhart Lake being the prettiest track in the world.
It is,
but the track at Birmingham is every bit as attractive. It is really neat. It's all kinds of up and downs, but it is very, very tight. It's nowhere near the quality of track that Road America is.
Right.
But it is unbelievably attractive because he runs it like a park, to be perfectly honest with you. The track is basically designed for motorcycle racing, and they race Indy cars on it. And they put on a hell of a show today. I wasn't going to be able to watch it because we have this thing called Derby down here. Yeah. And the Derby parade, Pegasus parade, knocked out NBC in town. So I was scrambling trying to find a way to do it. I figured out that I still have my account for Peacock. And Peacock is the NASCAR, or is the NBC version of NBC Sports Television, basically what it came down to. And so I was able to watch it on Peacock. And unbelievably, Scott McLaughlin came out the winner at Birmingham. It was interesting to say the least. He had a real good battle with Romain Grosjean. Remember him? The one that came out of the barbecue and survived the barbecue. Came to IndyCar and won it at Indianapolis on the road course, and looked like he was going to win again today. But McLaughlin was able to do him in for his second win, and that's kind of neat to see. He's part of the Bus Brothers. They have their podcast that they do, and it is something you really need to watch. Bus Brothers. They have an awful lot of fun. Joseph Newgarden and Scott McLaughlin have a great deal, and you learn a little bit about the racing, and that part is pretty neat. Other thing to talk about is that Indy is now trying to get their word out that Indy is something you really want to watch, and so now they've got a 6 night show on CW. That's a network. There's the CW network. I don't know whether everybody knows it, but on 9 to 10 p.m. Eastern on Thursday nights, there will be a 1-hour show on IndyCar. And it's going to be there for the next, I think, 5-6 weeks. And it sounds like it'll be halfway decent. We'll have to wait and see. It's also going to be on Vice TV. So if you got cable and you get access to Vice, Vice will be on Tuesdays. So check out on Vice TV or CW. And what else do we say? Oh, the standings in IndyCar are kind of interesting. Marcus Ericsson. Who is Marcus Ericsson? He's in first place. Pato Award, your favorite. How do you want to say it? Your Irishman from Mexico. That's it.
Yeah.
Pato Award is in second place. Alec Palou, remember him? He was in the battle between IndyCar and Formula One, and both teams signed him to a contract, and he came back and was driving for Chip Ganassi for at least one more year. Scott McLaughlin's in fourth place. Romain Grosjean is in fifth, and Joseph Newgarden has dropped down to sixth place. Will Powers is in seventh. Scott Dixon, who was always up in front, is in eighth. and 9th is Kyle Kirkwood. He's that young kid that Andretti brought on board. So it's interesting to see all the young kids coming aboard. And that pretty much takes us we got 2 weeks until the road race at Indianapolis, and then another 2 weeks until the Indianapolis 500, which will be awesome. I can't wait to get to see what the hell they're doing up there. They really redid all the aerodynamics on the chassis this year. Put on some strips basically that run around the circumference of the car and to keep it from flipping. So maybe we won't have any guys on their heads again this year. So that would be neat to see. And that's pretty much where we are until tomorrow's race. And then we can report on tomorrow's race.
Hey, was it true? I heard Max Verstappen said that the partner of Hamilton is a effing dickhead.
Wow. Well, you hear a lot of stuff coming out of Formula One.
Yeah, there's no filter over there now.
And a woman from the NFL Network is on suspension for a comment she made about Jalen Carter during the draft. She was like, "This is a big boy. He's got a big dick. He's 6'5", yada yada." And I was like,
"Oops!"
It was like one of those. She was trying to slip it in and got caught.
Yeah.
Well, she's on vacation.
Let me give you guys something to think about too, baseball wise. Justin Steele is it hasn't come out of nowhere. Over his last, he had a back injury in September, but over his starts from like June, July, and August into this year, he's one of the leaders in ERA, WHIP, FIP, and pretty much every starting pitcher statistic that you really care about. Anybody want to guess the movement on his slider horizontally?
No idea.
Take a guess.
I don't know how you rate. I don't know how you
take a guess on his movement on his slider horizontally.
But how do you measure that?
You just take a camera and you put a fucking marker on it and you watch it go from 1 to 7. Yeah.
11 to 7.
Yeah. It's 9.3 inches. From when it comes off his hand, that pitch breaks 9.3 inches on the way to the batter. Fucking disgusting.
Good luck hitting that shit. Jesus.
Yeah. The only person better this year is Shohei Ohtani. Go figure.
Yeah.
Who would have thought?
Yeah. I think he's 1.25 inches more than him. Yeah, it's insane.
That's an insane.
The Cubs have found. I mean, not only Drew Smyly is pitching out of his mind, but Justin Steele is the Cubs' greatest development story in probably the history of the franchise. To be honest with you, because if you think about how many players the Cubs have straight up developed
and ruined.
Outside of that run to 2016, which they traded for Anthony Rizzo, they got Javi Baez and David Ross, which was the piece that kind of held things together. He had Jason Hayward, but he wasn't developed. Nico Horner may or may not be. I'll look him up real quick on Baseball Reference to see how he's doing. But I know he's murdered it. Let's see here. Nico Horner. There we go. 2023, he is WARs 1.5, 114 at bats. He's got a 23-24 on base streak, which is pretty awesome. Not a power hitter. He's only got 2 home runs, but he's batting .333, 21 runs, 17 RBIs, 10 stolen bases, 374 on base percentage, 447 slug for an 820 on OPS and a 125 OPS plus. So, keep an eye on this dude. Hurt a little bit, and the Cubs kind of rushed him up, and then they kind of sent him down, and then he got hurt. But you could always see when he was healthy, he's having it. This year, he's breaking out. Could be a dark horse MLB MVP candidate this year. Dude is just raking. I love it.
Who is this? What's his name?
Nico Horner, second baseman. What? Second baseman. Yep. So keep an eye on him for sure, because he's tearing it up for the Northsiders, and I couldn't be happier. Oh, Bruins 2, Panthers 2, third period, game 7. How the fuck do you let your boys go to game 7?
They're
gonna lose. They lose.
Now we're winning 3-2 now.
Oh, yay! Yay! Rob Manfred approves.
Fuck Rob Manfred. Hey, I can tell you right now that Rick Ashley is the perfect person to ever run for office. He's never going to give you up. He's never going to let you down. He's never going to lie to you, run from you, or steal from you.
Emotional damage.
You better win that game. Best record. Broke the. Oh, you guys got to win the Stanley Cup. You know that. Like, if you don't, it's just.
Yeah, I know. If we don't, I'm going to go crazy.
It's going to be harder and harder to be a Bruins fan. Just saying.
No, it's going to be real hard to be a Detroit Red Wings fan.
Oh, that was uncalled for. All right, boys. Any final thoughts about the NFL draft? Any final thoughts about NFL upcoming season, baseball?
You want some MMA? You want some MMA?
Anybody want to talk some shit about? Oh yeah, we can do that. Anybody want to talk some shit about Pook? Let's talk shit about Pook after
the MMA segment.
Yeah, let's talk shit about Pook after MMA segment. All right, hey Richie, come at me, bro. What you got?
All right, here we go. This is my first time doing this, so bear with me. We're going to go to the prelims, the final year prelims. Martin Boudet, he beat Jake Collier. Cody Durbin beat Charles Johnson. Irana, Alakaziba, close enough, beat Stephanie Eager. Marcus McGee defeated Johnny Newsom. And Jamie Lynn Horth defeated Haley Cohen.
Okay.
The hell's that?
I don't know. Something's happening.
I hear a bunch of kids in the background. I don't know.
I think it's my son.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think he found his lightsaber.
Yeah, one of 3 that somebody gave him.
I see.
I plead the 5th.
The main card had a fight between Trey Waters, who defeated Josh Quinlan. Marcus Lima, he defeated Waldo Acosta.
Waldo.
Yeah, he's 9-1-0.
Where's Waldo? Waldo's on the floor.
His ass whipped. That's what happened. Fernando Padilla defeated Julian Ersoa. Okay. Cody Brundage lost to Rodolfo Vivera. I'm butchering these damn names. I know I am.
No, you're not doing any worse than Pook.
Yeah, I can't do any worse than with Pook Dawg. Come on, God's sakes.
Chio Barella defeated Michael Olandreska. Okay. Whatever. He lost. And then your main event was your bantamweight event, which featured Ricky Simon versus Song Yadon. They came in, one of them had knockdowns. It was 2 knockdowns and nothing. Total strikes was 110 out of 231 for Song and 64 out of 144 for Ricky. 6 strikes, significant strikes. What we're talking about. 105 out of 228 for Song. 60 out of 129 for Ricky. Shots to the head. 55 out of 123 or 163 for Song. 48 out of 127 from Ricky. Body shots. 27 out of 39 for Song. 9 for 9 Ricky. That probably tells you what their way. He should went to the body more. Legs, leg kicks. 23 out of 26 for Song. 3 for 3 for Ricky. Control. 27 seconds for Song. 27 minutes for Song. 51 for Ricky. Takedowns. Song had no takedowns. Ricky had 2 out of 9. So he had 9 attempts with 2. That's not a very good odds. Right there.
No.
Submission attempts. Neither one had a submission attempt. Went to Song. He won the fight. He's now 27 losses, 1 win. Ricky Simmons is 20 wins with 4
Wait a minute. What was that again for the record for the first guy?
27 wins, 7 losses, and 1 tie.
Okay. All right.
And then Ricky's got 20 wins, 4 losses, 0 ties. And there's says no fight rescheduled. Well, I don't know if it was a rematch or mean or whatever, but as of right now, it is not scheduled. It was a TKO by punches and by stand-up. So you can see the different style of fighters. You know, the Song guy, he wanted more control. He wanted to even. He wanted legs. He wanted body. The other guy just wanted to do headshots and try to take him out.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's a way to fight. Sometimes it's just simply not the way to fight. Michael Perry faces off with Conor McGregor at BKFC. It's got fantasy free. Get out of here. You can bet on this stuff. I didn't know that. Yordan Alvarez has a 10.7. Kyle Tucker, Houston Astros, 8 points. Yeah, that's daily fantasy crap. Never mind. Forget about that. Any questions on the fights here? That was kind of I gave you the tail of the tape there. What do you think about the tail of the tape?
Good job.
No, I mean not me. For the fighters. I think it's pretty well dominant. Kind of one-sided. I mean, if you throw your total strikes, you throw 234, and you land 110, and your opponent throws 144 and lands 64. You got a better chance to win the fight.
Yep.
I like to see, the body shots be better and the leg shots be better. But you take out a foundation, the house is going to fall. I don't care how good the roof is. Take 2 out of 9 takedowns. That's not very good. And then 0 takedowns for 0. I mean, that's whatever.
You said something about McGregor in the very end of your report. What was that about?
It says Mike Perry faces off against Conor McGregor at BKFC. I don't know if that's where the
no,
team
it's going to be Mike Perry beat Rockhold, and Alvarez beat Mendez in the latest BKFC thing.
Okay. So McGregor, he's taking off Mike Perry then.
Conor McGregor is going to be the coach.
Coach, right? That's what
for Ultimate Fighter, and so is Chandler.
Is that the bare knuckle league?
BKFC's bare knuckle, but McGregor's going to be the newest coach.
Okay.
Or
I didn't really
tough.
I didn't think he was going to be I didn't think he was totally healed yet. I mean, he snapped that leg in half, boys. That was a bad break. Yeah. So anyway, so there you go, Pook. Not as good as you, but hey, I hope I did you justice. I'm gonna need a damn dictionary. Say some of the names, Onomatopoeia. Wow.
What was that for?
Pop.
What's that?
I don't think we played this for Pop. Should we play it for Pop?
Play it.
Right. What's your name? What is your name? Tony! Fuck you, Tony! What's your name? Ezekiel! Fuck you, Ezekiel! Fuck you! Fuck you! Hey, you know what I did last night? You better not break my mother into this! You know what I did? You better not! I put that fly over there! Oh! Then fuck your mother next year! Fuck you, Ezekiel!
Oh. Oh, yes.
Oh, but good sports week. I mean, I'm glad you boys had multiple orgasms during the draft because that's what it seemed like you were doing. Jesus Christ. It was just ding, 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 ding on my DM. I'm like, oh my God, dude, you guys are fucking losing your minds.
No, we realized it was a lot safer to voice chat it.
I heard that. Yeah, you told me that.
Than it was to start texting.
Oh, yeah, because I can't text. I mean, I'm like this.
Yeah,
I'm behind.
Monkey fucking a football like dart, 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 dart. Yeah,
it's easier to find a button and talk. Then I got all the problems. I got to enunciate. What?
Not your strong suit to begin with, right? So
yeah, no, yeah,
yeah,
zero, yeah,
zero. Oh yeah, fucking fun, man. No, I'm glad you guys. A good job on the NFL draft, Richie. Really good job, man. Like how you broke it down. Yeah, oh, yeah, and you did it. You did it concisely. You did it perfectly. I really enjoyed it. I think the draft is just kind of rubbish, in my opinion. It's just so fucking. You don't know, man. You don't know how many first round picks have busted. Like it seems like 70% of them are busts.
The number that they showed during the draft, it depends on what team it is, but overall average, believe it or not, is 53%.
Sure. Okay, I could totally get behind that.
Half of your picks are bust.
No. First round picks.
First round picks.
Okay.
53 of your first round picks. Of the quarterbacks?
Yeah.
62.
Oh, yeah, totally. I almost thought it would be higher than that.
What they figured out is if you bring them out for 1 year, let them sit behind a starter for 1 year.
Yeah.
That ratio, you go. They got a 93% success rate.
Yeah.
Okay. And coaches don't do that. Come and bring them out, throw them out in the fire.
Yeah.
And 80% of them fail.
Well, how much is that a coach thing, though? Is that the GM? Well, like, you're starting this motherfucker.
Yeah, that's it. They blamed it on the scheme. The scheme has a lot to do with it. You know, just because you can run the ball don't mean you can run the NFL, gentlemen.
Right.
When you come out of college, they're not as big and they're slower. You're coming in and playing men. Okay, grown men who some lineman ran a 4.6.
Yeah.
317 pounds.
Ran a 4.640.
You say you take a line infantry grunt unit up against let's say a reserve National Guard infantry unit. Who's gonna win?
Poor reserve.
Yeah, poor reserve motherfuckers. They're gonna get smoked, right?
Yes.
So yeah, like
And when I went from the Marines to the National Guard.
Oh, you did that?
I was like, yeah,
I did. I asked Dad. I went. There was a unit over in Gent, Kentucky. I went over and looked at them at a drill weekend. And I'm like, they were fucking losing their shit. Oh, we're gonna get a Marine. And I watched them drill and did a whole weekend with them, helped them clean weapons and do other shit. And I'm like, I am fucking so not going to war with you motherfuckers. Fuck you.
some real good dudes, but a lot of undisciplined.
Oh, scary, man.
You know, they make 5 trips to carry 50 pounds, and here I am grabbing 2 50-pounders and going. You know, that's just why we're wired. You know, so they always said, "Slow down, Marine. Slow down. No, let's get it done. More you do."
No. Let's not slow down. Let's get this done. Yeah, absolutely. All right. Any other final thoughts on auto racing, baseball? I mean, Kyle, you got anything else that we missed on baseball?
No. The only other big thing coming up is our usual predictions of how we think teams are going to fare for the schedule.
Oh boy, I don't know. Maybe we do this next week. I was about to look up somebody this week. Yeah, didn't come up on Baseball Reference, so oh well. We'll have to do it next week. I think I typed his name wrong or something, but
because I think the 3rd week of May the NFL schedule is released.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
And that's our next big thing is we predict how bad each team is going to be in our eyes.
Packers going to win the division, baby.
Hey, wait a minute. You know what? We got to pick horses. for Sunday's race. Not this week, but next week's big race is Saturday or Sunday.
Fuck if I know. When is the Kentucky Derby?
Next week.
Well,
already?
Okay. Well, that's helpful. Is it Saturday or Sunday? It's always Saturday.
That's what I was asking my question. When the hell is
You
it?
know, I think I remember this because I was watching Kentucky Derby. My grandfather died. I was sitting right next to him.
I
in the
think
hospital.
it's on Saturday because it used to conflict with the PBA too.
All right. Well, let's make our picks in the Sports Church chat. Pops, you're in charge.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, I don't even know who's racing, so I guess we're gonna have to do it unofficially, and we'll do it through the. I'll post something on Sports Church, and then
you got Google.
Yeah, there you go. All right. If nobody else has any final thoughts about theirs, sections or segments, final thoughts, Richie, what you got, brother?
Well, first of all, thank you all for tuning in to us. We greatly appreciate it so much. Shout out to Mooresville Fire Department, local fire department. I had the benefit of telling jokes with yesterday, raised some money with them.
Oh, nice.
They made a little under $7,000 for
cool.
about a 7-hour event.
Wait. You made firefighters laugh?
Oh, I had them dying.
You killed? Did you kill?
No, I smoked it.
Good for you,
man.
Good for you.
They like my they like my clean comedy I did, and then I did my impressions. They were
clean
freaking out.
comedy.
Yeah, I did clean. But I did a lot of impressions on there. They really loved that. I love my Pat Mahomes.
All right, give us an impression. Give us an impression. Come on.
Well, I do a lot of cartoon impressions. I'm going to argue between Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck. I'm going to argue between them. It's hard to do.
All right.
Hi, I'm Mickey Mouse. How are you doing today? Oh, boy, shut the hell up. No, you shut the hell up. Oh, shut up. You shut up. Oh, shut up. You shut up. Oh, shut up.
Emotional damage.
You ought to hear that. You ought to hear when I do my adult Donald Duck. It's freaking hilarious. But anyway, we'll get on with that. But join us this Tuesday. Devil Doc and I, we're having Tracy Morgan back on with us. She takes care of the victims. Well, I shouldn't say victims. The families after the suicide happens. She comes in and takes care of the family and takes care and gives you knowledge of what to do and how to cope with your loved one or your friend committing suicide. Great lady. She'll just smoke her on camera. She don't give a crap. She's a very funny lady. She's going to be on there with us. It'll make us laugh and have a good time. And then that's it. I want to announce that today was my last sports church for a little bit. I'm taking time off. Football's done off for a little bit. I'll be back when it gets a little heavier. But right now I got to go and take care of some other things. And comedy's coming up, so it's getting busy for me. So thank you all for that. Appreciate it.
You got about
back sometime
2 months.
Football.
That's all I'm going to give you. 2 months.
Yeah, 2 months.
You got 2 months.
I need you to fax me the paperwork. I need you to fax me the paperwork. 2 copies.
Don't make me cut your pay, man. Don't make me cut your pay. You got 2 months. 2 months sabbatical. That's it. Once the Hall of Fame game starts, you're back, bro.
How many times can you split 0 into 0?
A lot. If you're an astrophysicist, apparently. But
so that being said, guys, join us on Tuesday. Me and Double Dog with the Dummy of the Week. This kid has had some Dummy of the Weeks. I mean, you got people naked on a bus doing meth with a deer. Okay.
Hey!
That was on there. The bunghole bandit was still funny. The bunghole bandit was still funny. That was just nasty. You can rob me, then take my bunghole.
The lady we did last week was epic.
You did a lady last week?
Yeah,
on the show, even, huh?
Oh,
she was from Arkansas.
Yep.
She was giving.
How does Alyssa feel about this? You did a lady from Arkansas.
She was giving fawns. She was going to raise them to fight hunters that were going to kill other deer, but in the process of doing that, she was also giving the deer meth while she was doing meth, and they were stealing shit.
They were robbing stuff, and as they brought back an alarm clock or a TV or something in their mouths, she'd give them treats.
Yep.
Higher Georgia Pine. So
she looked like Mama June.
She looked like her sister, at least, anyway. So that being said, guys, I love you. Don't dog ahoy. We'll still see.
Love you, brother. All right, Pops, what you got?
It's amazing the people that are coming out trying to help the reduce the number of suicide deaths from the military. It's just crazy. You see it every week. There's somebody new that's coming out, and these people are entertainers that have a lot of contacts, and they really are working the system. So pay attention. You'll be able to find something, because if in fact you get that thought in your head, you want to be able to think about one of these guys and hopefully talk about somebody that way.
Right.
Absolutely. Thank you. Two things. I want you to understand you're a veteran and you have a unique set of skills, and you can succeed at just about anything you want because you have tenacity like a bitch, because you've been through this suck. I don't care if you've never deployed, you've done 4, you have tenacity. You have awesome tenacity. I've been there, done that, have the members only jacket, had an AK-47 in the mouth, toe full of trigger, fucking slam that shit down because I got a great fucking text from a army doc that made me laugh. Put a bullet through the bottom of my apartment. Didn't see my cats for a week, but I'm still here. And you know what? To be honest with you, I don't think it's every single day, but there's a lot of time where that thought crosses my mind. I'm stressed out to the max. I am killing myself at work, and it's paying off. But I have a 3-month-old daughter who's driving me batshit crazy. I have a 4-year-old son who's just a maniac. And I come home from work after busting my ass all day, and I come home and it's just nothing but a shit show as soon as I come home. And it's like, oh my God, I can't deal with this. Well, you can. But, I love it. But the point being is that you just gotta just power the fuck through it. You have all the tools to do it. And if you're thinking, shit, I want to pull that trigger, I want to do this, go reach it. Please reach out. But remember, again, there's a lot of veterans out there that are horribly successful, killing it out there, just fucking murdering it. So you think you can't do that? Fuck that. Follow their model. Contact them.
Yeah.
Contact them. Reach out to them. And, hey, how'd you do this, bro? Can you help me out? I'm thinking about doing this. I'm not doing your thing. I'm going to do this thing for me. Can you help me out? Can you give me some pieces of advice? And they will fucking do it. And if they don't, let me know, and I'll handle that. Other than that, have a good night. God bless. I love you all. Kyle, last thoughts.
Well, like I always say, anybody reaches out, just let them vent, let them get it off their chest. They picked you for a reason. Other than that, going to be the start of the week. So start out fresh. How you start your day is how you start your day. But just remember, your day can change. Take it 1 hour at a time. Other than that, if you're a Florida Panther fan, you can rot in hell for all I care. If you're a Philadelphia 76ers fan, you can go suck a dick.
No,
care about that.
Just one or just a bag?
Bag o' dicks. Go to www.bagodicks.com.
Do they have to like ejaculate, or do they have to like?
They got a deep throat, that motherfucker.
All right.
Other than that, yeah,
everything
we'll have fun.
Richie is so fucking embarrassed right now. It's hilarious. I love you all. Thank you to my boy Kyle. Thank you to my boy Kyle. Pops, Richie, the redneck pimp king, the future president of these United States.
Wait a minute, Richie.
Hold on. We didn't do any Pook shit talk. So everybody come over the fucking Pook shit talk, because he promised after 3 weeks of being in East Asia that he was going to make sports shirts. So everyone give a fuck you, Pook. Go ahead, Kyle.
Well, Sugar Daddy, I hope you didn't come back with anything. We'll see you when you come back on the air, brother.
Oh, no, wait. I gotta get this. I gotta put this on there now. I gotta do this. You guys gotta buy me some time, bro. That's gonna buy me some
All right,
time.
here we go. All right, here we go.
All right.
And the Lord said, Pook, take your ass from the Philippines back to your house. Get up the sports Bible. Preach you a sermon, you nasty motherfucker. Get your ass back to sports church, you lazy Chicago Bears fan having motherfucker. Praise the Lord. Can I get an amen?
Yes.
Amen.
I just want to. Did he
Right,
check
Hater.
with T? Did he check with T to see if he had references for some of these girls?
There he is, right there.
Right.
Sugar daddy.
Pimping ain't easy.
Look at him.
Look at him, man. He's an urban pimp. Urban pimp right there.
Look at him. That dude.
Fried haters. Fried haters.
Oh,
I
God.
did.
He got that forehead tan with the sunglasses showing
Look
up.
like, look like Sling Blade's brother.
Oh, my God. Hey, Pook, why does that not work? Ain't no gas in it.
Ain't no gas.
I ate all the cheese.
Fried haters.
All right, boys.
Fried haters.
I try and sign us out the same way. I don't always remember, but here it goes.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.